I am a warrior. I'm just a woman, a teacher, a mother, and a daughter. A warrior in verses, recited in sympathetic arenas, a packed house full of friends. No need to sell tickets or check them in because just like me, you are all warriors seeking the same. On the front line every day, waiting for the pool to blow to signal the return home. But I'm just a woman, a teacher, a mother, and a daughter. I am a warrior.
Aloha e nā kua, aloha e nā umakua, aloha e nā lio Hawai'i, aloha e nā kupuna, aloha e nā makua, aloha e ka leulehu, aloha e ai, aloha mai kākou, aloha mai Hawaii moku o ke awe, e o mai e Hawaii, mai kai, aloha mai e Maui nui a kama, e o mai, a Molokai nui a hina, e o mai, a ohe po e mai Molokai mai, a o Kū-A-Hana mai Molokai mai na leile, e o mai, a me la nai o ka ulula au, o ahu o kākuhi hewa, e o mai, a auhea o ko e nā poe kamaaina o Kauai o Mano Kalani po. E o mai kai a me ni'i haua ka helelani aloha mai kākou. O wau no Kū-Kahakalau, keiki Alopaka Kahakalau, keiki a Williama ke ahonui Kahakalau, keiki a Daniela ke kino Kahakalau, a me ke au o Pupele. Mai ke ia aina o ahu o kākuhi hewa nei, a me Molokai nui a hina, a me Hawaii, moku o ke awe ku ohana Hawaii, a mai kelemania mai ka ohana o Ku'umāmā. Ke noho nei mā ko Ku'uhana mā kukui haile, ma luna pono o ke awawa o Waipio, ma Hawaii i kia manawa, a ea no ka umau keika mahine a nā laua e ho'olauna ia laua iho. Aloha. Kiri mua.
Ini mai kalani ke ali koaina Kahakalau ka o inoa. O kini kai ko inoa ke kāne mai te hiri mai oia. O pu'i ka wahine mai koi mai oia. No pūlaua hanau mai lo Kanialama. O Kanialama ke kāne mai waimea koi mai oia. O ka hoi moku ka wahine mai hanapepe koi mai oia. No pūlaua hanau mai lo ke li koaina Kanialama. O ke li koaina Kanialama ka wahine mai alohola koi mai oia. O David Kalaunui o hua kahanu ke kāne, mai kona mai oia, noho pūlaua hanau mai lo kahanu I lele maulili kahanu. O kahanu I lele maulili kahanu ka wahine, mai anohola koi mai oia, o ka ho'oili mokuna mohoi ke kāne, mai puna Hawaii mai oia, noho pūlaua hanau mai lo a alo ona kau I ke kai o haena na mohoi. O a alo ona kau I ke kai o haena na mohoi ka wahine, mai papa'alo a Hawaii mai oia, o ke ahi paka Ines ke kāne, mai wailua o ahu mai oia, no pūlaua hanau mai lo ona Ines. O ona Ines ka wahine, mai kaka'ako o ahu mai oia, o Fred Pate ke kāne, mai Amelika Hema mai oia, no pūlaua hanau mai lo o Nalei Pate. O Nalei Pate ke kāne, mai Papa Kolea o ahu mai oia, o Kū-Kahakalau ka wahine, mai Honolulu o ahu mai oia, no pūlaua a hanau mai lo I ini mai kalani ke ali ko aina Kahakalau. O wau o ini mai kalani ke ali ko aina Kahakalau e ala. Aloha.
Aloha, o polari mako mai ko ako kalani Kahakalau ko o inoa. O hina kui kākai Kahakalau ko o makua hine o na leipe ko o makua kāne noho au mako koi haile. O hilo ko o one hanau, o aipi o ko o awawa, o na naue ko o wailele, o hi lawe ko o kahawai. O ka uluku kui o lani kaula ko o wahi puna hele, o mo o momi ko o kai, o kāne hiki honua ko o mauna, o kalalea ko o pali, o ke kauna o ko o mea kanu puna hele, o ka pa'u o hi aka ko o pua puna hele, o ka ohi a lehua ko o kumula au puna hele, he Hawaii a me pele menia au mahalo.
Mahalo mai. So today we're going to do a very interactive and participatory kind of a presentation, and really want you folks to be part of this and do it along with us, whatever we're doing. And so we prepared some things that we do as part of our daily lives. This is not something that is abstract, you know, that is way out there, but this is the things that we do as a Hawaiian family. We are very fortunate that my husband is a Hawaiian kane and a Hawaiian practitioner, so he malamas his kuleana as a kane, and since all of the children ended up wahine, I have the pleasure of having a backup more than he does in some ways, and we practice the wahine parts of balancing the kane side, but also having our own wahine things that we do. But much of it is that we're sharing today is really what we do as a Hawaiian family on a daily basis. And these include our pule ho'oi kaika, our pule ai, our pule ho'ola, which are the pules for good health, our puli ho'ala, when we get up in the mornings, and hui pu, and some of the various oli komo. And then we'll talk a little bit about some of the aha. If you were in Kalei's presentation prior to this, you know, she talked about the aha, that the wahine did have their aha ava as well. And we'll talk about, you know, when it's the time for the kane, when it's the time for the wahine, and then also talking about the aha aina ma vai vai and the aha makahiki a little bit. If we have more time, we'll share a little bit more, but knowing us, we'll probably, that will probably be lava for today. What we do want to say is that what we have learned, we learned from our kumu, and I have to definitely credit Auntie Kū-A-Kanaka Ole Kanahele as one of my primary kumu, and Uncle Ed Kanahele as my husband's primary kumu. And then we have also read, you know, one of the things that Auntie Pua, in the 80s, she called a group of us, 8 ladies, Kalai Makavalu, together. And what we did is we, our assignment was David Malo, Hawaiian Antiquities. And this was in 83, something like that. If you haven't seen it yet, you know, this is really a foundation. And so what we did, we had chapters assigned to this book. And in whatever our chapter was, we needed to find a pule or an oli that spoke to us, and then we had to put an ea to that. And so many of the things that you think today have been done forever are actually things that came out of that Kalai Makavalu in the 80s, and like Iku Mau Mau, for example, came directly from there. Somebody found it. It was in their section. They decided this is how we're going to do it, and now you have thousands of people. The reason I'm telling you this is that we have been given that kind of permission and that kind of kuleana from our kumu, and I think from our kupuna and our aumakua, when you really look at it, to do that. Yeah. So if you come across a pule as you're doing your research, whether it's in the newspapers or whether it's in any other books, and it speaks to you and you want to do it, do it. Okay? Don't hesitate about it. Now, hula, you know, if there's olis and mele that belong to that, you know, it's not really, you don't make up your own all of a sudden to a chant that everybody knows kind of thing. But some of these things in here haven't been prayed, you know, for hundreds of years, and we have to put some kind of an air to it. And so that's basically what we have done, and that's what we continue to do as we evolve as a Hawaiian family of practitioners, and as we train others to take care of their female or male responsibilities, depending on who we are. So this is really as simple as it is. You find something that speaks to you, and you do it. So what we're saying is we don't have the answer, right? We're not saying what we're doing is the only way to do it, or more worse, the right way to do it, right? There is no such thing, and we definitely want to put that disclaimer right up there. This is how we do it. However, whatever works for you and how you do it, that is perfectly maikai. So if we do it a little bit different, then that's one thing. Another thing is we live on Hawaii Island, and Hawaii Island has different traditions from Oahu and from Kauai, and that is good. And so we'll have an oli about the month where we insert the months of the year. Well, Hawaii has a different set of months or different order of the months and things like that. So when you see this again, look at us as Hawaii Island, look at us as the Kahakalau Ohana that is doing the best we can with what we have. And please, you know, it's not to offend anybody, but really to give you a license to do it in the ways that work for you. Mahalo.
Okay, aloha. So I'll be talking about protocol or our common pules that we would most likely do throughout the day. I'm just here to say right now that you don't only have to do pules when you go to a ceremony. You can do it when you go to a place that you feel has so much mana, you ask permission. I do it every morning at school before I go out at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then they do it at home. And so it's a way that connects us all, but also asks for guidance throughout the whole day and just to get you ready, because it's such an important thing for me, and I've been raised this way. And then I noticed that when I stopped doing it for like almost like a couple weeks in college, I was like, this doesn't feel right. You know, I'm not doing something that I was taught to do. So I was like, okay, even if I'm in my dorm with my roommate, I gotta do this. So I do it all the time. My roommate joins me too. So it's kind of fun.
So we want you to join us as well. Because we're going to be doing lots of pule, it's perfectly fine to sit down. You know, if you're more in a ceremonial thing, you know, there's nothing wrong with standing up too, but we're going to be doing a whole bunch of them. So in this case, and there's really no, you know, you have to stand with a pule. There's no such thing. It's, you know, however it works. But I want you folks to please join us, because makahana ka ike. You know, the more we do these things together, the better we all get at this. And we're easing everybody in lightly with things that you already know. And how do we do this in the morning, Iini?
So as an ohana and as a school, we usually do it, we have a protocol order. We have wahine on the left and kane on the right. We also go from oldest in the middle to youngest on the outside, to kind of let the younger people know to look up that this is your, you know, makua, and then to let the older ones look that this is your you know, keiki you have to take care of. So at school, this is a very important way to show rank, but also responsibility. So that's the way we usually line up. So we'll start off with e ho mai, and yeah. Okay, so e ho mai kai ke mai una mai e o na mea una noe o na mele. So the next pule is na'au makua, and we also as ohana do this every morning. And this pule basically asks for strength, guidance, knowledge, and with this line over here, eia na pula pula a o ko o. This section is really, it can be personalized. So at our school we go o kanua ka'aina. At home we actually say our names, so onale, ku, i'ini ame polani. When I'm gone, they say the same thing, onale, ku, polani, aya o i'ini mahilo. So it's kind of just to, you include whoever you need to in this pule. So we're going to do this pule, and we're going to say na wahine o Hawaii at this point. So e na pula pula oko o na wahine o Hawaii. Ai. Na au makua mai ka la hiki a ka la kau, mai ko o kui a ka halawai. Na au makua ia ka hina a kua ia ka hina alo, ia ka kau I ka lani. O ki ha I ka lani, o e I ka lani, nunulu I ka lani, ka holo I ka lani. Eia nā pula pula o ko o na wahine o Hawaii. E mālama o ko ia mākou. E ulu I ka lani, e ulu I ka honua, e ulu I ka pai aina o Hawaii. E ho mai ka ike, e ho mai ka ikaika, e ho mai ke aka mai, e ho mai ka mau papapono,
e ho mai kai ke pāpālua, e ho mai ka mana. Mama ua noa. This is another pule pule olalo'ihi, and it's basically what the name says for asking for long life. We do this song every day because of the words it explains that we want to live long until our skin is like the hala and everything, like brittle, and until we have to be carried inside a mat and everything. So it's just asking for long life for us, but also for everybody else, for our ohana. And so, yeah, we'll sing this now. O ka uola e ke akua e nana mai ka umau pula pula e ola ka niko aha umaka I ole a palala uhala a ka ui ka pua ane ane e a laila lave a ku oia ui ke alo o a ke a e. So here we have our pule ai, and what's really good about this pule is that it's not really religious. It's more of just thanking for the food, asking it to nurture you. So it can be done in a lot of the schools where you can't really talk about religion, something like that. Also, but we do it at home, and it's a nice substitute if everyone knows ho'onani. So basically, it's to ask, thank you for the food, thank you for filling our stomachs, and this pūpa'akai to kind of like share this food with everyone, ask everyone to have food also. So we're gonna go pule this. Makau, e pule kako. I ola no ke kino, I ka maona o ka opu, I maona no ka opu, me ke aloha o ka makua. E pūpa'akai kako, me ka mahalo, ua loa ho'i a kako, ka ai a me ke aloha. Mama, ua noa. And we have just to interject, at the end you have we'll have a email, so if you want to get any of those, just email us and then we'll send you the PowerPoint, so you don't have to write them down or anything. So we start the day with our pule. We pray throughout the day for our food. Whenever it's the fan, our makua and all of those are always used, on a regular basis. And then when we go to sleep, this is a really good prayer to close your day because it's asked for protection of the house. When we do our okikapiko ceremonies, when we bless a new house and all that, this is also a prayer that we use during those ceremonies. But it's just a really good one to know for protection, because again, how Kale was showing all your world, you have all of these areas, this pule asks for protection on all of those areas. And it calls on your aumakua or your kia'is, your guardians from the dark, from that ancient time of wisdom and of strength, to watch over us from above, from each corner, from the east to the west, from the mountains to the sea, from inside and outside, to watch over us and to take care of us and to ward off all the problems that kind of affect our life, and our livelihood, kind of a thing. Umakau? E o umau kia I mai ka pō mai, e nana ia mai ka hale o māku. Mai luna a lalo, mai kahikihi a kahikihi, mai kahikina a ke komohana, mai kauka a ke kai, mai loko a waho. Kia I ia, mālama ia. E pale aku I na ho'opilikia ana I ko kako nohona. Mama ua noa. So anytime, like, the police is outside, no, things are happening at your home. You never know what it could be. Somebody in their family is having problems. This is a really good pule to pray for protection. It even works. In a car, it's still the same idea. You're just noticing. You come upon an accident, let's say, and you just all pu'iwa because all whatever it is, you pule that to just kind of protect create this protective, on all sides, kind of a barrier around you wherever you are. It's figuratively for the hale, but your hale can be your kino as well, yeah, kind of a thing, or anything that you're inside of. So this is one that we use frequently in those kind of situations. Then ma'i, all families, we get small sicknesses, big sicknesses, and for us, the first thing we start with, as soon as somebody feels, doesn't feel well, coming home, oh, mommy, I have fever, yeah, or my tummy is sore, or whatever it may be, I hurt my leg, whatever it may be. The very first thing we do is this pule ho'ola, and I love this. This is one of my favorite prayers, and the reason for it is that it is probably the quintessential prayer in my mana'o that we can take portions and create billions of other prayers with this prayer. And so the first part, it's calling the Keakua Manaloa. So that's kind of interesting because we're Hawaiian practitioners and we pray to many akua, even though what we're sharing today is all going to be more our home, aumakua kind of practices type of thing. But even in traditional Hawaii, they did acknowledge an akua manalo, an almighty kind of akua as well. So then if you are in Christian beliefs, this works very well for you also. And you don't have to change anything because you're not going e haumea or e ku, e lono or things like that. Which, as I said today, we didn't bring any of those types of prayers with us. And then the kupuna. You as a mother, you know how much you care for your children. Grandmothers care even more for their children and grandchildren mostly. And so these are the kupuna that have passed away already, but we know that just like they care for us when they're alive, they care even more as they move into this next realm kind of a thing. And then aloha mai o ko ya. And so if you have somebody that's ma'i, then you would put their name in there. And so today, if it's all right with you, we're going to put the word mama inside there. Now, all of you folks could have a female that you know of that is sick. So the name would go in there. So if it's your name, you can put your name in. If it's somebody else's name, you would put somebody else's name in there. And then from line 3 on, all the way down up to here is my standard asking for forgiveness. Yeah, the idea is that when you are ma'i, there's heva somewhere. Some heva happened somewhere, and so the idea is then the first thing we do is we ask for forgiveness. Now, when I do hi'uwai or when I do kapis, I do that same part. I take that e kalawale mai oko, that whole part right there, up to e maliu mai oko, and integrate that into a pule, because all of this is asking for forgiveness for the stuff that people usually do wrong. Now, from an ancient perspective, it's like ai ku, ai a, which are because there was all these kapus around eating, right? So it refers to those. But really, what it talks about is the rules that are made and the norms that are set, and we're not following those, right? So what we're asking for is forgiveness for all the stuff that we're supposed to be doing and we never do, yeah? Or stuff that we did that just wasn't pono kind of a thing, yeah? So you can take that part, as I said, that ikala wale mai, all the way down to right here. Anytime you're asking for forgiveness for anything, it has nothing. You don't have to be sick. You're gonna just screw it up, and something you're worried about it now. This is what you pray. Just that one section, and you can do all e keakua manaloa me na kupuna o mākou. E kalawale mai, you just take out that part, or you can say aloha mai o ko ia'u and forget about the ma'i'ia part of it, right? Just love me and forgive me all these things. So that's again, of course, where the olelo gets so important, because we already have the structures, and if we know it and if we have memorized it, even if we're not perfect in olelo, we can use those to create our own pule. And then we have so pule in Hawaiian, the structure is usually the same thing. You kahera kua, you ask for forgiveness and all of that, then comes your actual request, and then you do sort of a praising again and buttering them up and making them feel really good about their power to help you kind of thing. So the question, the request is going to be this part. E ho ola ya, and we're going to put mama again inside here, makikino, so make mama healthy again in the body. And then comes this whole part there that again talks about getting extremely old, up to puaneane, up to here. Kau ola ia kia kua. Those are kind of asking for that extreme old age. And that is so important because wisdom comes with old age. You know, we can all be very smart when we're 13 years old already, right? We know everything when we're 17. I remember it distinctly, you know. And then, you know, it kind of goes downhill from 18 years old. No, and then you acquire all this, you know, pala pala and la 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 la. But wisdom doesn't kick in until way, way, way later. And you really have to be shriveled, you know, and you really have to be blind, and you really have to have all those things before this wisdom can slowly grow within you. And it's really, really important. Because if within a people, you know, if people die by the day 60, that's not good. You know, we need the 80s, we need the 90s, we need the 100 to get these people that have that extreme wisdom. And then the last part, these two lines right here are a generic closing for any Hawaiian pule. And this one, it's one of those waiha-aku and waipa-aku. It's from a traditional way how we honor the gods and how we are reverent and how we're respectful to who they are. So again, we're going to do it together. You just have to read along pretty much. And where the two yas are there, we're going to put mama. In this case, it's for my own mom who's struggling with cancer right now, but it's also for all of any females in your ohanas or that you know of that are, and because ahawahine, we're just going to use that and really pule for them as to make them healthy. Hiki no? Maikai. E kia kua mana loa a mena kupuna o māko. E aloha mai o ko ia mama, ka mea I mai ia. E kala wale mai o ko I ko māko hewa ana, a me ko māko haumia, a me ko māko ai kū, a me ko māko ai a me ko māko wahahe'e, a me ko māko ho'ohiki ino ana ia o ko. E maliu mai o ko. E ho ola ia mama makikino, a hele kū, a hele kolo, a hele ne'e, a kolo pūpū, a haumaka iole, a palalau hala, a ola loa ka pua ane ane. Kau ola ia e ke akua, pela ka uai ha aku, a me ka uai pā aku ia oi e ke akua, pela ka uho o mana ia oi. Yeah? So very, very, and all of those, you know, they're all in here. Yep, this is no secret. So just, this would be the one to check out. Yeah? And then we got a bunch of stuff also from Napuli Kahiko, which is a lot of times first in here kind of thing. Okay, homo. Oh, another one is Hemu. Now, Hemu, the first time I heard it was associated with burials. When we found Evie inadvertently on Kaholawe, and we had to kanu them, you know, right then and there, and they radioed it over from Maui, and it became Hemo by mistake. So, you know, sometimes we learn as we go along. But Hemu, the mu part is the quietness, yeah, and it's the idea of cutting off the things that are disturbing us. So this is a pule that we do for nightmares. So because it talks about hemuna moi ino ino. Yeah, moi ino is when you're sleeping like hard, rough, you know, that kind of sleep when the kids is tossing and turning around. And the moi moya, sometimes moi moya can be really good, right? But there can be also some real funky stuff sometimes going on. You're thinking, what the heck is in my brain? You know, punohono, the haumia, you know, those are the nightmares and the chunky kind of stuff. And so we do the way it's in the book, it has an alakai, and then it has everybody doing it. But when I'm by myself, you know, like I wake, they're big now, but you know how when they're small, sometimes you hear them crying in their sleep and stuff. As soon as I hear that, I would go in there and I just do the whole prayer by myself. Usually I do that 5 times. There's different, you know, to do things in 3s and 4s and 5s. This one is one of those that we do in 5s, but if you do it in another thing, that's all perfectly fine. But it's to calm you down in nighttime, you know, when you have these moe ino kind of thing. Makau? He mu oia.
He mu.
He mu nā moe ino ino nā moe moe a nā pu noho noho nā haumia. He mu oia.
He mu.
Eli eli.
Noa.
Iae.
Noa honua.
He mu oia.
He mu.
He mu nā moe ino ino nā moe moe a nā pu noho noho nā haumia. He mu oia.
He mu.
Eli eli.
Noa.
Iae.
Noa honua.
He mu oia.
He mu.
He mu nā moe ino ino nā moe moe a nā pu noho noho nā haumia. He mu oia.
He mu.
Eli eli.
Noa.
Iae.
Noa honua.
He mu oia.
He mu.
He mu nā moe ino ino nā moe moe a nā pu noho noho nā haumia. He mu oia.
He mu.
Eli eli.
Noa.
Iae.
Noa honua.
So, you know, and again, if you have somebody that can repeat after you, if not, this is perfectly fine. And you find a lot of versions of this in both Malo and in others that have parts of Hemu. So you see those prayers in other ones. But as I said, for us, I've used it all their lives for the nightmares part of it. And Komanava.
Okay, so this is Eala E. It's pretty commonly known. This chant can be done. We usually use it when we go to Kumukahi in the morning to greet the sun. But I know my mom used to use it to wake us up for school. So from a Hawaiian perspective, you don't wake up your kid like, hey, get up, or anybody for that fact, because you're still dreaming, your spirit is still out there. And when you get up like that, sometimes you don't come back as fast, yeah? So our parents always taught us to wake up slowly. So my mom would start off really quietly, and everyone would be, e ala e kala. And then by like 5th time, she starts yelling, and then we have to like get up, like, okay. And so yeah, but it gets louder as we do it. But this is also, you have your pa'i with it, yeah? So you have upo, pa'i, basically, yeah? So like cup, and then regular tap. And it's usually done 3 times. Well, actually, we like to do it 3 times, but if you're gonna be there like for the lost ceremony, you're gonna do it until the sun is up, okay? So sometimes we don't like to start too early. But, so we're just gonna do that, okay? So. Okay. E ala e, ka lahi kahikina, I ka moana hohonu, pi ka lewa nu'u, I ka hikina, ayakala, e ala e. E ala e, ka lahi kahikina, I ka moana hohonu, pi ka lewa nu'u, I ka hikina, ayakala, e ala e. E ala e, ka lahi kahikina, I ka moana hohonu, I ka lewa nu'u, I ka hikina, ayakala, e ala e. So that's that one. This is another e ala e. This one is more to call everybody together. So if you're, like, say we're out on all of our sessions and we're gonna go pule for ai, we would do this chant to bring everybody together. This chant also is done 3 times, and every time you do it, you go a little bit higher on like your octave and everything. And basically it's calling everybody from the lani to the honua, from the ukas to the kai, just everyone just come together for meeting, for pule, for whatever. So, e ala e. E ala e ka iki ku, e ala e ka iki mo, e ala hoi a ua hiki mai oi. Ua ala ka alani, ua ala ka honua, ua ala ka uka, ua ala ke kai. A ka ikalau ke aloha hiki mai au. E ala e. E ala e ka iki ku, e ala e ka iki mo, e ala hoi a ua hiki mai oi. Ua ala ka alani, ua ala ka honua, ua ala ka uka, ua ala ke kai. A ka ikalau ke aloha hiki mai au. Okay, I need to see some lips moving one more time. E ala e ka iki ku, e ala e ka iki mo, e ala hoi a ua hiki mai oi. Ua ala ka alani, ua ala ka honua, ua ala ka uka, ua ala ke kai. A ka ikalau ke aloha hiki mai au.
A chant that is done to ask permission to enter that a lot of people know throughout the whole island chain or region, like in the mainland, is Kū-A-Kanaka. It comes from the island of Kauai and it basically talks about the different places there. So we do Kū-A-Kanaka together. Kū-A-Kanaka.
O ai ale ale lai wailua Hukia e lai kalani ka papa o yo kawaikini Alaia ele no no na lo kaipua Kalau la mau ka o ka pae Mai pai ka leo
The next oli is and we always use this oli before we enter the forest, asking the goddess Laka of the forest if we may enter. And also for hula, we use this chant for gathering, like palapalai or kupu-kupu inside the forest. No hoana kia koi
kana hele hele I halala ia ke ki ohu ohu E ka ua koko E na kino mamalo I kalani Malo e hoi E holu mai ana o laka I kona mau kahu O mako noa He kau aikia is a chant that we use for planting and for harvesting, kind of. And so when we do, even just when I gather stuff outside, you know, whether it's you know, lemongrass type wapine, or whether it's like some you know, just vegetables and medicines and things like that, because it talks about this being a time when the earth gives us things, you know, and it nourishes us and it helps us grow, and we grow because of Kane, the god of life, and we grow because of Kanaloa, this very eleo and kupueo kind of a god, and so it acknowledges our akua and their role in providing things for us. So we use it as a gathering chant.
He ka uai ke ia,
he luhu ka honua, he ka uai ke ia, ola ka aina e. Ola ia kane ke akua, ola ia kana loa ke akua kupu e. Ola anaka kane ka vai ola e. Amamaua no ae, amamaua no ae, eo kane. So this is done twice. So what happens is something like this comes out of you know, when we look in Hawaiian antiquities, it wasn't a chant by itself like that, but we just took it and we made it into that, and then we gave it the air. And that's perfectly fine. As I said, we are given that license to do that because we need to grow and we need to evolve. Yeah, we need to be very sure that we know our mea kahiko, but we also need to create mea ho. Yeah, we can't just live in the ancient times. We are modern 21st century Hawaiian women, and we need to expand our repertoire. We need to expand, you know, the things that we have. And so this is one of those that our family, we put together. And the kids use it in Waipio actually for all kinds of different activities, kind of, yeah. Closer. Oh. Is that the next one? Yeah, it's fine.
So this chant, Kopo Eo Hona Moku, is a chant basically talking about the creation of life and everything, and it's like to the universe. We chant this oli.
So sometimes you get to a place on our islands and you're just mesmerized. Yeah, it's so beautiful, you know, and you just want to mahalo haumea for her creation. And those of you who were in this earlier class, again with Kelly, I keep referring to that because she set this up so well. You know, you see that creation from all sides, and then here it's specifically speaks about these islands, so you can do it on any island because it honors all the islands. But if you just get to a place and you're just totally blown away by its beauty and you want to just express your mahalo to that place, this would be the kind of pule or oli that you can do.
Pupu eo hou nā moku
Eo hau mea. Nua kahi lawe pololei nā moku a pau. Kupu eo hono uli kalani. Paha ke aka honua I lau puni nā moku. Pawai kua uli.
Pawai I kua uli o ola ka aina.
Ho'o maha ka leo ka wahine. Ki e ka mauna ha'aha a ka honua. E hau mea pa'i kukalani. Opi ka honua. Ke kupu e o na moku a pau. Ka hiki ku ia o Hawai'i. Hoike I ke aloha nui puni aina. O Hawai'i o ke ave. Maui a ka mama la walu. Moloka inui a hina. Ko he malama ka naloa. La ana I ka ulula au. O ahu ka kuhi hewa. Ka wai mano ka lanipo. Ni ihau ka palena o na moku. Ka ula ku hai moana. Hoi ke kanani o ka aina. Ni hoa kuhi puuone. Moku mana nui. Ala a ano ho a pa a. Mauloa Hawaii. We said that in general, in Hawaii, and again it's different in other places in Polynesia, but in Hawaii, from what we know, awa is a very male kuleana as far as the official ceremonies is concerned. And we have been taught that whenever there are kane, then we as the wahine get to just sit there and drink, because the kane will do all the work. I mean, they will do the pule, they will do the serving, they will do everything, and we are just sitting in our spot, whichever spot is assigned to us, according to our beauty and our rank, yeah, whatever rank we have in this circle of whoever is getting the awa, and we're just there to enjoy and to partake and to share that. And like, for example, in Samoa, you have a wahine that serves, yeah. In Hawaiian, whenever you have boys and you have men, the men will handle everything, yeah. So, but there's also times when it's just wahine. And when it's just wahine, then we as the wahine do the same thing that as far as that the kane would do, from the gathering of the awa to the preparation of the awa, to the pule that we do then, and then serving the awa, then it would all be done by wahine. Yeah, so when it's all wahine, it's perfectly fine to have a awa ceremony. And the word ceremony there is a very, very, very far spectrum. So you can be from very, very informal, which is just pretty much sitting down doing your pule and then starting to drink and being very social kind of drinking, talking story, nothing necessarily formal, even almost with the seating arrangement, to a very formal one, just like the kane have, where it's very, very strict, where it's a kapu mu kawaha, so where there's no talking at all during the entire ceremony, as little twitching and moving and anything, beyond just the parts that are happening. So with the wahine too, you could have very informal to very formal, depending on the situation, depending on what this aha is about. But sometimes all it is really is to have time among the wahine to be together, to share this very sacred drink of our akua, because awa is really the favorite mea inu of the akua, and we have all these stories of Kane and Kanaloa, the awa drinking partners, going through our islands and digging the freshwater spring so that they could make their awa and just drinking all the way through. And so it can just be a very informal where we get together. And one of the things about awa is that it does set sort of a stage for also discussions and talking story and being open and listening to other people. It opens up opportunities for things that are said that wouldn't be said maybe otherwise. And so we use it, as I said, sometimes very, very informally. Now, there are many, many Ava prayers, and I would highly recommend, you know, there's the Pule, Pele and Hi'iaka story, you know, lots of different, similar, you know, when you look at the Pule, they're very similar, but there's always little differences. And then you find Ava prayers, like we had beautiful Kale this morning shared that one, you know, Haumea one. So there are many, many different ones. This is more of a generic, very simple, because this would be just for, as I said, like maybe the three of us, or maybe three or other ladies that came to our house. You know, we would just sit around and we would just make a bowl of Ava. And then do a pule, and then drink and talk story kind of thing, yeah. But as I said, there are many, many different levels, and it's really up to you and up to the situation and up to the people, you know, at what level you want to go. So this one, basically, you know, you always be calling on our Omakua, mai Kahakalau. Now, if you want to add in there mai Kū-A-Kanaka, since we already know that part from our Omakua, nothing wrong to extend it longer. So if you ever need, you know, to extend, you just add lines to it. I always add mai Kia'is, mai Kapo mai, and then really it's just the Ava that was dug out, Iku. So Ea Ka'ava, Ava Iku, Ava Lani, so the one that came from the ground, but also the heavenly Ava. And then just a simple thing, may our ali'i, our leaders, you know, those above us live, and all of us, the pula pula. And these ali'is are also akua, yeah, remember that, yeah? Our ali'i are akua. And then we are the pula pula, you know, we're the offsprings. May all of us live until when? Super old age again. And that the god that's usually associated with that old age is Mauliola. And that's really, you know, that's all of that part. So you don't have to do long and extensive Ava prayers. As I said, there are, and that's perfectly fine. But just to get together and drink Ava rather than doing no pule at all for it, because it is such a sacred drink, you know. We do a little pule before that, and then we share, and then, you know, and it becomes more of a social thing. So we'll do this together. We'll just, it's just kind of spoken. You can kahe and oli it, but we'll just do it very slowly so that everybody can be part of it. Makau. Na au makua mai kalahiki a kalakau. Amen o umau kiai mai ka pō mai. Ea ka ava, he ava iku, ava ilani. E ola I nā li'i, e ola no hoi a māko nā pula pula. A kolo pūpū a haumaka I ole, a ola loa ka pua ane ane. O kau ola ia e mauli ola, ola kolo pūpū a pala lauhala, a kai koko. Mama ua noa. And these guys right here, you know, there's different ways of saying extreme old age and different ways of ordering together. There's no right or wrong. As I said, sometimes they put the part of carrot in the net, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they put some other ones in there, you know, so the maka, how maka is done. But it doesn't matter what order they are, you know, there's just different ways, and there's no right way. It doesn't mean that the haumake iole has to come before the kolo pupu. You know, you can switch any of those around if you're making your own pule. The idea is that all of them refer to this extreme old age of wisdom. That's the point of those. And again, we believe in this manifestation. You know, we put it out there and we expect to live long. You know, I mean, that's the only way we can do it. We put it out there and we believe it. I can tell you a little story about Iini was about 5 years old, and her good friend now was about the same age, except that he was like dirt bike riding already, and this real, you know, kind of guy that was just all charging. And they were down in Kauai High, and they have these pylons that are really high, and you have to climb up a ladder and then jump into the ocean. So Iini jumped off a couple times, and he was watching her. And it was really high, and he just never know what to do, if he should jump or not. So finally, he climbed up, and he looked at her, and he goes, Iini, how do you do it? And this again, 5 years, he goes, I pule and I jump. You know, and we never forgot that, because that's really what it's all about. You pule and you jump. You know, I mean, whatever it is, when it comes to life, you pull it and you jump, you know. If either you have the faith or you don't, you know. If you're not gonna jump, no need to pull it, right? I mean, don't waste your pull if you're not gonna jump. And if you pull it, you better jump, because otherwise that pull is wasted, you know, kind of thing. So I never will forget that, because to me it showed, and only a kid could say something like that, you know. Us, we would never come up with something so deep and so simple, right? I pull it and I jump, you know. And that part that's really the part, you know. You pull it and you live according to that. Yeah, you live according to that pull it. Okay, next ceremony. Okay, so we're going into some of the ceremonies. Aha makahiki, and again, everybody does things different, but we do 3 different ceremonies associated with the makahiki. Am I starting with aha kuapola? The ulihanai? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is a ceremony that we do for the New Year and stuff. These are
This is our Hawaiian New Year.
Our New Year. So this is all the Big Islands version of the Hawaiian month and stuff. So you, with a space in line, you just put every month inside. So you go like evele hu e la
Kohanai, kohanai po, kohanai au, ahiki mai o uli uli, ahiki mai o mele mele.
Okay, so this is aha kuapola kalamai. We ran out of practice time on the way over. Aha kuapola is the night when the makali'i rises in the east at sunset, is when the transition to the new year happens. This is before usually any other makahiki ceremonies officially happen, but what we do that night is the aha kuapola. And what this aha really does, it feeds the months for the upcoming year. So this is the first time when the makali'i rises at sunset in the east, is when our Hawaiian New Year begins. It's usually around November, sometime in there. And what we do is on that night, we give coconuts. This is done with a ho'okupu of niu. We feed each one of the months for the upcoming year, because we believe in reciprocity. So then what would happen in that upcoming year? The months are going to feed us, yeah? So that's what we do on that night, and we do this pule, and as we do it, and we'll do it together, we'll do it all the way through, each time you insert a new month. Does that make sense? Okay, kalamai, okay, hanaho.
O velehu
E
La kohanai, kohanai po, kohanai au, ahiki mai o uli uli, ahiki mai o mele mele. O makali'i, e la'a kohanai, kohanai po, kohanai au, ahiki mai o uli uli, ahiki mai o mele mele. O ka'elo, e la'a kohanai, kohanai po, kohanai au, ahiki mai o uli uli, ahiki mai o mele mele. O kaulua, e la'a kohanai, kohanai po, kohanai au, ahiki mai o uli uli, ahiki mai o mele mele. O nana, e la'a kohanai, kohanai po, kohanai au, ahiki mai o uli uli, ahiki mai o mele mele. O velo, e la'a kohanai, kohanai po, kohanai au, ahiki mai o uli uli, ahiki mai o mele mele. O iki iki, e la'a kohanai, kohanai po, kohanai au, ahiki mai o uli uli, ahiki mai o mele mele. O kaona, e la'a kohanai, kohanai po,
kohanai au, ahiki mai o uli uli, ahiki mai o mele mele.
O hinaya ele ele. E la'a kohanai, kohanai po, kohanai au, ahiki mai o uli uli, ahiki mai o mele mele. O mahoi mua, e la'a kohanai, kohanai po, kohanai au, ahiki mai o uli uli, ahiki mai o mele mele. O mahoi hope, e la'a kohanai, kohanai po, kohanai au, ahiki mai o uli uli, ahiki mai o mele mele. O Kū-A, e la'a kohanai, kohanai po, kohanai au, A hiki mai o uli uli, a hiki mai o mele mele.
This is another pule, pule aina. It's actually a very old pule, and you kind of notice because some of the words are not really common words we use today. So that's one distinction, that it's very kahiko. And it's also asking for the akua to bless the land for a fruitful season. So, pule aina pa.
E kia kua, he pule ia e holoi ana I ka pō ino o ka aina, a me ka palea e I pau ko ka aina haumia. He pule ia e holoi ana I na hewa o ka aina a pau. I pau ke a e me ke kawau, I pau ke kulopia a me ka peluluka, I pau ka huli alana. A laila ni ho peku, ho emu, hui kala, ka mauli ho I kia kua.
Ho I kia kua.
This is, those of you who love dictionaries, this is some really nice words to look up, and it all has to do with mildew and all the stuff that's not good for the earth. That all those things will be power. Everything that affects the earth that's not good for it, that all of those things may be taken away, and that the land can live. So anytime we go to a place and we see the land being hana inot, we will do this pule right away. Pule aina. Anytime you see destruction of the land or the environment, this is a good pule to do. And then we do it during the makahiki season as well, because that's when we're really praying for the land and for the fertility of the land. Yeah.
Another pule is the kihapai olono. This is specific for the actual ceremony. In this case, you're talking about the different aspects of lono, with the dark clouds and the heavy rains. And then you go into detail on what are the types of ho'okupu you're bringing. So we have like Kupu-A-Kanaka, the kupu kinolau, so the ho'okupus that are the body forms of lono.
Can you give us some examples there?
So this could be like uala, and we can also do different types like palapalai. So that's the kind of stuff we would bring. We have the kalo in here. And so just basically all of the kinolau that belongs to him. And so, e kia kua pa.
E kia kua auloa, e kia kua au poko, e kia kua I ka vai ola a kane, I ke kai ola o kanaloa, I ke ao eka eka o lono. Kūkulu ka ipu eka eka o lono,
Ho mai ka ipu lau makani o lono,
ia hiki mai ka ua o lono. Ho'olu ke ea, ho'olu ke kupu, ho'olu ka wainape I ke kama a ho'ohoku ka lani. Ia hiki mai ke ala o makali'i ka hikina. Eia ka awa I lani, awa I kū, awa I hina. Eia ke kupu pua'a, eia ke kalo o lono. Eia ke kupu a veo veo, eia ke kupu kino lau. Ko hana ia ke akua mai ka lani nui a wakea. Ko hana ia nā akua o kona hanauna hope. Ho'ulu mai ke kupu o ka aina. Āua noa, āua noa, āua noa. And again, different people do makahiki in different ways. What we have, did we talk about that? No. Is we do the ahakua pola first on that night that I mentioned, and then as we get into it, we usually pick a good night to do our opening, like a hua moon, or depending on the moons and the schedules and everything. And then we do our opening ceremonies, and then we do closing ceremonies several months later. Again, we try to do it on the same moon or moons that match and that are associated with lono in one way or another. And we do those at sunrise. Both of the ahakua pola is done at night because we're feeding the moons, we're feeding the months kind of a thing. And then the other two, opening and closing, are both done at sunrise after we do hi'uwai and all of those things. Now another aha that we did only once, because you only have one firstborn child in a family, is the aha mawaiwai. And it's a very important ceremony, and I wanted to share because it's even though we as the women are only part of it, I mean, it's the males that usually conduct our ceremonies. And I had to say in the makahiki also, it's our kuleana as women to support the kane. Yeah? So we will help with the preparing of the ho'okupu in the makahiki, and we will also we always give all of those ho'okupu. There's a kane and a wahine who give those ho'okupu. In this case right here, this is, again, the kane will do the pule and prepare the food. But because it has to do with us giving birth, I thought that would be a good one to kind of explain a little bit more. And it's basically a clearing feast for the firstborn, and it's generally done within 24 hours. Now, if you're not out of the house between, in the 24 hours for whatever reason, 48 hours is fine. You just shouldn't do it like 6 months later. So as soon as you possibly can is when this is done. And so the idea of this aha really is to clear all of the alai, all the obstruction of all the pilikia that may lay in front of this child, and all the siblings that follow afterwards. So this is really important because it doesn't just affect his first child, it affects everybody that comes after them as well, that they're siblings, because that kaikua'ana and that hiapo status, we know is a very important status in our families. And the hiapo, the oldest one, had got such a different kind of a training. And so it was really important to prepare them from the moment they were born through this aha, mawaiwai. And mawaiwai just means to clear kind of thing. So it would free this child from harm and from illness and from misfortune and dedicate them to the family aumakua and to Lono. Lono is really the healer, the provider in so many ways. And so what this ceremony does, it starts the child out on the right track, what we call the ma'ave pono of pono. That's, we're calling here honor and responsibility, but the idea is really sets them up for a life of pono, versus a life of ino and pana ino and po ino and all these other things, kind of. So it's technically very simple. And then the other part there is sometimes family, like you have sort of lost the connection. If I tell you what's your aumakua, you would tell me the owl. But, which is not saying anything wrong about the owl or the mano or the whoever, but that's kind of not really what we're talking about, right? I mean, yes, but also much more personal. Yeah, this is really tutu man and tutu lere and their ohana and their ohana and their ohana kind of thing. So it's really my direct ohana, right? Is that part? And now some of them have turned into all kinds of mea, and that's perfectly fine. Not saying that, but we're really talking about direct linkages. And sometimes those direct linkages are lost or broken or nobody's fault kind of a thing. But for example, let's say if during the last person that would have passed away before this child was born, from whichever line, like this would be the Hawaiian line. If you have other kokos, kind of this would be a Hawaiian ohana that passed away, where you don't feel you have a really close connection with your aumakua in that same way, like with tutu man, that in some families it's not there as close anymore. You can have that person, and if that person loved you and took care of you, which most times they do, kind of thing, then you can actually ask them, even they have departed, as I said, maybe a couple months before, a year before, whatever, to be that link for that particular child now, to link with her ohana or his ohana that are in this realm, with this ohana that's here now, and that this new child is, bringing together. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you can actually call on that tutu lady or tutu man or whoever that person was that went hala, and ask them to make that connection with those aumakua. And it's really trippy how that can work, and you can reconnect, and then that'll always be that link, at least for the child, but sometimes for the whole ohana, to get back into and have access to that whole pantheon, really, of aumakua, that you never have a personal link to until so-and-so went, and made that link kind of a thing. So in our case, when Iini was born, actually during that night of the aha is when my father passed away. So the more you get into it, it becomes even more clear how those kind of things work, kind of And it was all good, you know what I mean? That's how it works. You have a new life and you have another one going on into the next realm, and that's the cycles that are perfectly normal and that are perfectly good, yeah, kind of a thing. And so, kaumi olo olo mai. The big thing about the ceremony is really the foods that you eat. The foods that you eat are all the kind of foods that have that concept of clearing. Well, we have lono because we're dedicating to the aumakua and to lono. And in this case, it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl. Yeah, the boys later on go to the kaimua ceremony, which is a strictly lono in a way. They're dedicated to lono when they get their malo on, and now that's around 6 years old. But this is done for the babies, regardless if it's a kane or wahine. And so one of the main foods are kinolau of lono, the pua'a, the luau, and then either ama or aholehole. And those would all be eaten by the whole family. Yeah, so everybody, somebody prepares all the foods. The ones that are what I would call clearing or freeing foods that have these names like peel off. Mahiki means to peel off, so you have to eat the mahiki shrimp, the kala, the kala seaweed for releasing and forgiveness, and they said lose the aama. This would only be eaten by the mama. These things would be eaten by the mama. And these too, but the mama only eats these, where the ohana eats all of these ones. But these ones strictly by the mama, because then it has that extra quality of releasing all that bad stuff, yeah, the alidos in the just obstruction that was there. And the pule can be very, very generic. We really haven't found pule about, the actual pule that we do. And so we'll start again with eke akua manaloa menaku puno mo ko, e aloha mai o ko, kalawale mai, as we do all our forgiveness things. And then we just say in Hawaiian, bless this baby, make sure all the mea is removed. You just tell them all the stuff that you want to happen for this baby. And then we go to may they live, palalau hala, and that whole part. That's how we close the prayer, yeah? And we do the prayer together. And as I said, the whole ohana eats all of the foods, whereas the new mama only eats these foods right here, in a way of assisting this child to have the best life possible. Okay, come here. Right, so we are at the end of our presentation. We want to close with a mahalo. In protocol, as you noticed when we started, we went from outside in, from the akua, all the way to the lehulehu. Now that we're saying goodbye, we're starting with the lehulehu, and we'll go all the way out to the akua. And makaukau. Mahalo e ka lehulehu, mahalo e na makua, mahalo e na kupuna, mahalo e na li'io Hawaii, mahalo e na aumakua, mahalo e na kua, mahalo e ie. And we want to mahalo you nui for being here with us today. If you want a copy of this, or if you need to get in touch with us for any other reason, Kū-A-Kanaka at yahoo.com. And there will be a website called Kū-A-Kanaka coming up really soon to do Olelo Hawaii, but also to teach protocols, so you can actually get the ea and all of those things as well. We're working on that part now. It's going to be a Olelo Hawaii for the entire family kind of thing. But in the meantime, if you just want to get a copy of the PowerPoint, or if you have any questions, since we obviously ran out of time, just email us. Mahalo nui.
Kū-A-Kanaka